Hello, beautiful people. If you want your family to have this delicious goodness for dinner or for lunch, keep watching and you'll see how this was put together so nicely and so easily. Hello family, today it's another day. So today we are going for chicken tomato stew in rice. And so for this recipe we'll be using 10 Roma tomatoes, large, 2 red bell peppers and 1 green bell pepper, onga stew, 3 large onions. We'll be blending 2 and chopping 1 for frying. We have 1 cup of vegetable oil or any cooking oil of choice. For herbs, we have celery. This is the Chinese celery, basil and parsley. So using just a little bit of each, not too much. Garlic and ginger, more of garlic than ginger. That's how I like to use it. And then I have 3 Maggi cubes. I have my 6 ounces of tomato paste. And then I have half a teaspoon of thyme and a teaspoon of curry powder and some salt to taste. So you don't want to put too much of curry and thyme. You just want a little bit for the flavor. You don't want it to overshadow anything. I would have been adding white pepper, but I am out of white pepper. It's like white pepper went on strike. I tried looking in other stores, couldn't find. So without taking much of your time, we are just going to go straight into blending everything that we need and prepping the rest. So people, without taking much of your time, we are just gonna go straight into preparation. We blended the first one to create some space in here, and I blend without adding water. So what I do is I put tomatoes at the bottom since it's soft and juicy, so you can release the water within it and help to blend everything. Our chicken is ready. You can see it's well cooked. We are going to be transferring it to our grill, and I season this chicken with garlic, ginger, onion blend and some curry powder and thyme, about a teaspoon of curry powder and a teaspoon of thyme. So we just transfer straight from the pot to the grill because there is no much liquid in here. And then we'll be grilling the chicken till it's golden brown. You can choose to bake or fry yours, or even cook it like this, or even leave it like this and just put it in your stew. I like the golden brown color and mix it a little dry, which is nice. And if you're using the regular chicken from here, you don't want to boil it for more than 20 to 25 minutes with no water, just the seasonings. If you're using the hard hand, you want to boil it for about 2 hours so you really get soft, nice and tender, because it's really hard. Now that our chicken is grilling, we are going to be making our stew. So you add your 1 cup of vegetable oil in your already heated pot and allow the oil to get heated. The oil is heated, we saute our onion for about 2 minutes till it turns translucent. You can see your onion is kind of translucent. So now we add our tomato, pepper and onion mix and fry till all the water is completely dry off. You want to fry this till all the water is completely dry off and you can see the oil on top, like no water, till it's thickened and you can see just the tomatoes and oil floating on top. That's when you know the water is completely dry, the acidity is gone, and it's good now to move forward. Constantly check to make sure that your tomatoes is not burning but is cooking on medium, please. This is cooking. We are going to be boiling our rice, and we'll be boiling the royal organic traditional basmati rice, and you can use any rice of choice, or you can decide to serve this with ripe boiled plantains, boiled yam, anything that you want it to go with. It goes literally with almost everything. And before we boil our rice, we check on the chicken. The other side is golden brown, so we flip it over and cover it till it's completely brown. Okay, the chicken is ready. You want to take it out. Look at that. You don't want it to be way too dry. You do not want that. So this is just perfect. Remember to always check on the tomatoes to make sure it's not burning but it's cooking. And I'm just tilting the lid because I don't want this to splatter and burn my skin. And I don't want it on the stove. Now that you can no longer see water, just the tomatoes and the oil, we are going to be adding our tomato paste. Now we add the tomato paste and let it cook for another 10 minutes. When you're cooking your stew, you have to be patient. You don't have to rush. If you want something very delicious, nicely cooked and tastes amazing, you have to be patient. It's been 10 minutes. You can see this is cooking together so well. We are going to be adding our garlic and ginger and the herbs that we blended. Add everything, and then we add some broth from the chicken. It's not much, just a little bit, but if you want your stew to be really light, then you can add a little more, but I don't want mine to be light at all. I just want it like this, just a little lighter, about that much. Stir very well to combine, and then cover it to cook for about 3 minutes, and then we add the rest of the seasonings. You can see it's beginning to splatter because it has some liquid in there right now. 3 minutes, and this is cooking so nicely. So if you don't want it to really splatter because it still has some liquid while you're adding the rest of the ingredients, you can put it to really low to bring the temperature down so it doesn't splatter and burns you. So now we add our seasoning cubes, and don't forget that the the broth from the chicken broth that we pour in here. Add some salt and some seasoning as well. We add the curry, a teaspoon of curry, a teaspoon of thyme, about a teaspoon and a quarter teaspoon of salt. Then you add your hunger spice. This is 50 grams of hunger spice. We'll be using about 30 grams. And then you add your the green bell pepper. I'm just adding it for flavoring. That's why I'm adding it for flavoring. That's why I'm not slicing it or anything, because I'll be taking it out at the end and disposing it. Or you can eat it if you want. But if anybody wants to eat it, I'll be more than happy to give them. But usually I just put it for the flavor and then remove it and toast it. So now we are going to cover this and let it cook on low for 5 minutes. So it's been 5 minutes that this has been cooking on low. We are going to be adding, look at this, oh my goodness, look at this, look at that. So we are going to be adding our chicken and letting it simmer for 10 minutes. No rush, remember. Now that we added the chicken, we are going to let this simmer on low for 10 minutes and then you'll be good to serve. Okay family, this is been on simmer for 10 minutes and it's ready to serve. Look at this goodness. Oh my god. Okay family, there you have your chicken tomato stew or chicken tomato sauce served with rice and some freshly squeezed orange juice. Please, if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe and don't be a stranger in the house. Smash the notification bell so when next I upload another amazing recipe like this, you'll be the first to get notified. Thank you, love you all, and stay safe.